Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has declared that there is no iota of doubt that the APC federal government has failed Nigerians, stating the need for a new federal government in 2019. Governor Wike further stated that the visit of 4 South-South governors to President Muhammadu Buhari had no political connotations, noting that the governors were in the presidential villa to discuss the development of the Niger Delta. He spoke in an interview with Channels Television Roadmap 2019.
Really, it for the benefit of the people of the South Side. It had nothing to do with politics. Is there any personal problem between the president and my humble self? No. You know, we try to mix up issues. Mr. President is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not the president of All Progressive Congress. Mr. President was coming to Port Harcourt to commission a project which will enhance and improve the economy of the state. The mere fact that I belong to the opposition party, I should not go and receive Mr. President. When it comes to politics, I say, Mr. President, no, your party is not doing well. But when it comes to governance, you must give Mr. President that respect.
Commenting on the zoning of the PDP vice presidential candidate to the Southeast and eventual nomination of former Anambra State Governor Mr. Peter Obi, Governor Wike stated that contrary to political insinuations, he played no role in the emergence of Peter Obi.
I never nominated Peter Obi any day. But I told the Southeast people, nobody's an island. The VP is not for your own. The VP is to come from Southeast, but not as if it is your own. It must be Southeast. I'm a member of the party at my level as a governor. Would I not attend a meeting where such discussions are being held? But it's okay. If the candidate believes he has somebody that can work with, so be it.
He said that the fact that the vice presidential candidate should come from the Southeast does not foreclose the inputs of the other 5 geopolitical zones.
For purposes of spread, you cannot have a president coming from the north and you have a vice president coming from the north. So the mere fact that it is coming from the Southeast does not give you that priority over and above all of us who are party members.
On the new minimum wage, Governor Wike stated that the review of the minimum wage can only be sustained when the revenue sharing formula of the country is reviewed.
I am not going to be against any review of workers' wages. No, I will not do that. Talking about minimum wage, reviewing the minimum wage, like I said, I have no problems. But we also have to review the revenue sharing formula. Zamfara gets 3 billion, assuming, for example. And then the salary wage is 4 billion. How do you want them to survive? More of the money should be left, should be removed from the federal government down to the states that bear the burden of the people. So if we were increasing minimum wage today, and we are still living the revenue formula the way it is, then we are not being fair.
On his quest for a second term, Governor Wike noted that he has made landmark achievements in the area of roads, health, education, justice sector, empowerment and social projects which need consolidation for the rapid growth of the state.
You need to consolidate on what you've started. You need to improve on what you have done. Nobody can tell you, and as I speak to you here, that yes, if when we came, we have our infrastructure developed, probably what I'm doing, I would not have done it, I would have gone to the next step. I can proudly walk around and tell anybody who cares and beat my chest. I said, look, for these years, what I've done, I said, to God, thank you for the opportunity, for the privilege you've given me to serve the state. I raised my head high. It had nothing to do with whether you win an election or not win an election.
He said, other than the hope that the federal might will be available for planned rigging in 2019, there is no party that will have fielded a candidate in Rivers State. He, however, said that their plot will fail as it did during the rerun elections.
I don't even want to talk about the election because ordinarily, if not because of they just want to rig the election, I don't think any party should afford a candidate to run against me. But because they believe that with the state machinery, when I mean state, I'm talking about the federal government, with the police and SARS that they have, they will make sure no election takes place here. And then they make sure they bring in security men to overrun us. But man plans. God said no. That's their plan, is not what will work.
The governor stated that he is a target of INEC as far as the 2019 general elections are concerned.
Yes, I'm a target where INEC is. I agree. I'm a target. I'm not afraid. But it will be difficult for them. I can tell it will be difficult for them. This security we have now are even worse than INEC itself. We are prepared here. We are prepared.
He stated that INEC has not done enough to convince Nigerians that it will conduct free and fair elections when they blatantly rig Osun and Ekiti elections during collation.
Look at what happened in Osun. What has changed? If they do what they call the more you look, the less you see. Look. If you followed Osun election, you will know that we're heading nowhere. It was purely rigged. The international community said it was a sham. We should not be deceiving ourselves. Even the INEC themselves know that that election was a sham. That they ought to have declared a delegate. But look at the way they manipulated it.
On the EFCC, the governor noted that fighting corruption outside the ambit of the law is corruption. Governor Wike said that EFCC went to the Court of Appeal to secure a leave to appeal the 2007 judgment which barred it from investigating or interfering with the accounts of the Rivers State government, but that the Supreme Court has issued a state of execution on the matter.
In any case, in 2007, there was a judgment against EFCC by the Federal High Court to say you cannot interfere in the financial transactions of the Rivers State government. For 10 years, EFCC never appealed against that judgment. Then when they found it difficult to operate, they now went to Court of Appeal and secured a leave to appeal, which we appealed against that leave to the Supreme Court. And just last week, Supreme Court had granted a stay of proceeding for that leave that Court of Appeal granted them after 10 years.
Speaking on the intervention of the Rivers State government on flood in the Oresha region of the state, Governor Wike noted that initial steps have been taken to alleviate the sufferings of the flood victims. He said that the state government has set up internally displaced persons camp as well as provided relief materials for the people.
Who talk about flood? They are not right. If you know what we've done, how we have even gone to partner with oil companies and see what we have bought, sending to them. What is going on is that some people, in every crisis, some people think they will make money out of it.
Oh, yes.
I took direct charge. I said, no, I'm not going to use any ministry. So they went and investigated some people that the government does not want to care for them. Who will not care for them? I married for Morash. So do I want my people, my wife's people to die? Certainly not.
He said since it is natural disaster wherein the state government has no control, steps will be taken after the water recedes to help affected communities. He added that already the state government is concluding shore protection in 5 communities of Indoni town.
We are providing them food, beds, and so many things to cushion the effect. By this November, December, when the water must have come. You see, it's a natural disaster. It has nothing to do with drainage or no drainage. These are people who live within. When the water overflows from the River Niger, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. As I speak to you today, I'm doing at Ndoni over 5 jetties and show protection